Hey guys, what's up? I have a ton of stuff to show you that I've been doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Spinning wise, I've finished spinning the bamboo and merino. So I don't autofocus. Hold on. Okay. So it's finished spinning, and it's not going to focus. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days. Let me take it off autofocus and play around with this for you. There you go. I'm going to be fuzzy in the background, so just deal with it. So this is bamboo and merino, and beneath this is some alpaca and tussar silk blend, which is this one. This whole bobbin is the alpaca and tussar silk blend. So it's, and then there's a third bobbin of that as well. Move this out of the way. Then we have what I'm currently on that's on the spinning wheel. I'll show you guys some other bobbins I've finished. We have this one, and this is alpaca. And this whole bobbin is more or less this nice brown and gray color. So that I finished that one yesterday, so it needs to rest. And apologize for being out of view. Then we have this bobbin of mostly brown alpaca that has to be plied. As you can see, there's like a little bit of vegetable matter here and there, but it's not that much. And it's easily removed. It was a very clean batch of roving that probably actually got picked up from probably where I dropped the roving on the floor or something. Because I need to sweep under here again from where I spun some roving that had a lot of vegetable matter in it. And then this is alpaca as well. It has like a lot. This bobbin has different colors of alpaca in it, so it has this light beige, some browns, some variegated blends in there of alpaca. And then I have one more bobbin similar to this one. That's what I'm spinning now. That is what is on the wheel currently. So I'm not going to take that bobbin off. So let me take this stupid thing back out of focus. There we go. Okay. Knitting wise, oh, and I was playing around with my Turkish spindle. This is some more of that nylon alpaca blend. And I knit this hat out of some, I don't know if it's good. There you go. And it was out of some mill ends, and it's a cotton. And when I was getting near the end, it started pulling apart. So I didn't like that. I don't want to give it to someone and then they go to wash it or something and it falls apart. So I'm going to take the buttons off of it, and I put 2 buttons on it, because what I was going to do is I was going to put some ears on it and make it into a panda hat for the mom. So this would be the mom's hat, and so it has the 2 little cars on it. This camera's freaky. It's not okay. There you go. So it has like the 2 little airplanes on it, and I was gonna put an airplane on this button of the same color on each of her son's hats. I was gonna make them little panda hats as well. And this is actually my last pay it forward project that I have to do, and then I would have been done, But I don't like the way this yarn was pulling apart near the end when I was knitting it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the buttons off, and I'm gonna use an acrylic and make the hats. And this one just I don't know how I'm doing that. My daughter's blanket, I've been working on that again. And so it's a good size now. I'll drop my hook somewhere. Oh well, I'll find it. But as you can see, the colors are showing up pretty good today. And so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more skeins, and then this is done. And the skeins are this size. They're not really big skeins, so it's like 2 of these, and this is Lion Brand in the orchid colorway. So I have 2 orchids and 2 of the wildfire. Well, 3 of the wildfire and 2 of the orchid left to put in her blanket, and then I can give it to her and she'll have that. Oh yeah, because I didn't like the way it was pulling apart, I made a dishcloth out of some of that cotton, and so I have enough part to make 1 more dishcloth, and then that cotton will be gone. On the dyeing front, I've been doing a lot of dyeing. First, I'll show you the faux cashmere, which is a microfiber acrylic nylon kind of thing. So this is the one I've dyed this. It needs to be reskeined. It's for my friend Peg. It's an order that she made, and this is what it looks like in the skein. So this is what it looks like skeined up. So I think she'll be really happy with that. And it's hand spun as well. I spun it. So, and then this was the test dye. Because I wanted to see how it was going to, because usually I dye the fiber and then I spin it. So this time I actually dyed the yarn. So this was the test dye because I wanted to see how it was going to react. And that's some orange that I put on it. And then it was the greens, and this became more green than I wanted. It was taking over the yellow. So I'm glad I did a test dye first, and then I'll give this to her just so she'll have something to play with as well. It was very interesting, and I might pick out some more of the skeins that's of white yarns that I have, and play around with dyeing dyeing the hand spun versus just dyeing the fiber and then spinning. I have a lot of fiber that we dyed up. I also have some more hand spun to show you that I've finished, but it's up under the fiber. So let me grab that hand spun for you. It's a mountain of dyed fiber over here. So this is for my friend Randy. Her mom owned the mill, Windswept Farms I'm always talking about. And the mill has been sold. The equipment has been sold. Let me put it like that. The equipment has been sold. And because of health issues, they had to close the mill. So this is alpaca bison blend. There's a lot of vegetable matter in here. I'm assuming I'm assuming the bison was raw because I've never seen vegetable matter like this in their blankets from their alpaca. So, and there was also sawdust, and they don't use sawdust on their farm. So I'm pretty sure it was from the bison, wherever it came from. But it's very soft. This is a very soft blend, and I think she'll be very happy with her fiber. It's already been washed and thracked. There is some vegetable matter in there because I couldn't get it all out. I got a lot of it out, but I couldn't get it all out. What I would have done if she hadn't already had equipment on hook, she probably would have taken and ran it through the picker again to blow out some more of that stuff, as well as carded it more than one time and then ran it through the pin drop for a couple more times. But they had to get the equipment on hook and everything because the equipment's already under contract. So that was these. So I'll put them back in the box here. This is some other fiber that I plied and off the bobbins that you got. I think I showed these bobbins to you guys. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but this has been plied now, and these are one of some of my this and that skeins where I just use various fibers and spin them up to get interesting combinations. There was two other ones, but I gave them to my friends. They took me to lunch. We went to this Vietnamese restaurant, and it was really good. In Portsmouth, Virginia. It's on George Washington. Is it George Washington Highway? It's on the left-hand side. Before you get to the shopping center that has the Ollies, it is a hidden gem. The food was amazing. If you go there, if you're in this area and you go there, you gotta get one of the smoothies. I think he uses coconut milk because they didn't bother me at all, and I have issues with milk, cow milk. So this is two more skeins from just this and that, trying to get rid of all those mill ends that she gave me. And this bag here is all that's left of the alpaca. Most of the alpaca mill ends, yeah. A little bit of merino is in here. Other stuff that I just didn't have enough to fill a bobbin up. So this is what I've been using to do these odds and ends skeins, this and that skeins. It's unfair. Hold up. And I'm been having a lot of fun spinning it that way because you when you spin the different layers, you're not sure what the skein is gonna look like when you get through. And then when you skein it up, it's just very, very pretty, very interesting. And you wonder what someone would make with it and what it would look like. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, seeing what people make with it. So on to the dyed fiber. Okay. First, and see, this is the first dyeing. I have to unbraid these, and then I go back, and then I'll use either a lighter blue or a darker blue in a squirt bottle, and I'll go through and I'll do the white areas with that, and then I'll let it sit outside and dry, and after it's washed, and then bring it back into at night so that it can be inside, because I'm in Virginia. But I also like yarn that has some white in it. I like yarn that's not totally dyed sometimes. And if it's one that I'll pick to spin myself, I won't go back and I won't dye in those areas. But I have the blue that I'm working on. And then I had this one. This is merino. And it's in light greens. And I use this as a dye stopper actually. And so it's actually like a light mint green. It's not a blue like it's showing up on screens. Part of my clothes is making it look blue. Okay, so with that, and then this is my favorite one. This one was my favorite one. This is also merino. And is it? But it's kind of showing up in the colors that, yeah. It's like purples, mauves, some yellow, some orange, a little bit of green, some blues, some pinks. And this is one that once I unbraid it, if there's whites, I would definitely, because this is one I'm spinning. So I definitely would leave the whites in there. And it's just going to be a fun spin because of all these colors. It's going to be a real pretty, it's going to make a real pretty yarn. And then this was the sister to that one, but I took it apart and I dipped it in some pink dye. So it looks kind of white, but it's actually a light pink for the white areas. And there's still a couple of white areas that I left in knots. And this is also a merino. And then this is one of my favorites as well. And this has some whites on it, as you can see. Splotchy. I, as a spinner, like fibers like that because they're very interesting. And then when you go back to ply, you get a somewhat barber pole effect, but it makes that yarn very interesting. It makes that yarn prettier to me. It gives it variety, so like if you're doing a hat or something, and sometimes it'll almost give you like these weird color patterns in the hat because you have that white in there that breaks up the other color. So, and then this is my husband's trying to recreate the fall colorway that we did a couple years ago that was purchased, but he didn't use enough greens on this one, so he's gonna have to try. He's gonna have to go back to the drawing board, so to speak. And then this was one that was in oranges and a light peach. All right. And then he was playing with just, yes, he does a lot of the dyeing. So he was playing with the greens and stuff. He was just squirting color in different places, and it makes me think of a snake that I saw on one of the or either like a watermelon melon type effect. It's real interesting the way he did this one, and I know it's gonna make a real funny looking yarn. So even if you spun it lace weight, I mean I would even spin it and then maybe like dip it in a lime green, over dye in a lime green, or just take it unbraid it and have him go back and do it like a lime, just dip it in a lime green, a light green. See for that. See what happens with it. Let me speed this up. I'm already at 16 minutes. So then we have the burgundy and mauves, and I love the way these turned out. And these are some of the ones I dyed in the kettle. So kettle dyed, and then this one was kettle dyed. And then this is another one where he got closer to what the fall colorway is supposed to look like, but it's still it's showing up a lot lighter than it is in person. And let's see. Then we have another braid. This one has this one was a dye sopper. So this soaked up the last of the mauve, and it squirted the last of some of the blues and some of the Aztec gold and some of the green. I squirted the last of it in there too, to just make a weird skein. This is my very favorite one that he did, and it's just very girly. It's I didn't think I would like that, but it has oranges and pinks and purples and blues and yellows and greens. It just makes me think of when I first saw it, I said oh, sweet tarts. So that's what I thought of when I first saw it, but this was my favorite one that he did. So, and then there's another, the orange ones that I think, yeah, there's just two of these. He has to go back and gotta go back and fill those in. I want to do it in like a dark red, some dark reds and some dark blues, and see what that looks like. So he has to go back and finish that one. And then these are dye soppers. These are ones that I put in the pots to just soak up all the dye. And these I'll spin, and I'll end up with a real funny, not a funny looking yarn, but it'll give you a real, dye soppers give you a real nice yarn. Real interesting yarn, real interesting colors. So that is everything that I've been up to. These most of these are dry. I shut down my Etsy because I went back and was reading the Etsy terms of service and stuff, and I was not very happy with some of the things that you can't do if you have an Etsy account. And so as far as advertising and getting commissions from other places and stuff, so I was like, well, I'll just sell stuff from my website. So that's what I'm working on right now, setting up the shop on my website, and I'll just sell stuff from my website through PayPal, and then that'll be that. So if you're interested in any of these things, just contact me here or through Facebook or through my Twitter. Send me a message on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll get back in touch with you. I'm setting up the email for this, for the website. I get all that stuff done today and over the weekend. And then I'm gonna start, trying to get more of my yarns put up there that people might be interested in. I have tons of handspun, and I don't use it a lot because I'd rather spin. So yeah. So that's that. Still job hunting. They went to the interview at Home Depot, and they were supposed to call people back that next day by the afternoon, and I didn't get a call, so I guess I didn't get a job. And because this is a military area and you have such a high transition of people coming in and out from different states, I knew it was going to be tough to try and get a job there, because you have people coming from spouses of military who work at Home Depot in other states, and they're basically coming into the area and they already have experience. They transfer in, and they're going to get the first look at versus someone who's never worked there before. So I'll just keep looking, and like some of my friends said, it wasn't the job for me, just to keep looking, and eventually the job for me will come up. Which, yeah, hopefully that'll be it. The yarn store, the job for me. So that's pretty much it. That's what's going on around here. Art wise, I haven't done any art lately. Just been spinning, because spinning clears my mind and puts me at peace, and more so than art will, because I'm very critical when I'm drawing and stuff of myself, whereas with spinning, whatever happens happens. And so I'd rather spin to keep my mind in a good healthy place. So what I want to do though is I want to do more knitting and more of my crochet. Again, I got all these books, pattern books and stuff, and I need to start using them and doing more things out of them. And yeah, so, but I can't wait to spin this one now. It's gonna be really nice when I spin this one up. Can't wait. So that's that. So y'all take care. If I can find the mouse to stop the video now. Let's see. There we go. And later.